Okay, so I'm going to introduce to you week 10. So if you scroll down here to week 10, which is March 13th through the 19th, you'll see that we are studying dar and decir, indirect object pronouns, gustar, and other verbs like gustar. So here it tells you need to study pages 190 to 195. After completing this week's assignments, you should be able to use the verbs dar and decir, an indirect object pronoun, to talk about things and express to or for whom something is intended. You should also be able to use the verb gustar and other verbs like gustar to express your likes and dislikes. All of this week's work is due by the end of the day, 3/16/2017, and addresses student learning outcomes 1, 2, and 3. So just like before, the first thing you need to do are watch your instructor-made videos. So click here. You'll find video indirect object pronoun videos and videos on the irregular verbs dar and decir, and a video on gustar as well. So after you've watched these videos, then go back out to our site, click on the class participation form, click on the thread, hit reply, and then post any questions or concerns you have about the material covered in the videos. Then get out of this, go back out to our site. You've got an oral dialogue, and you have assignment 12. Both are in My Language Labs. For the oral dialogue, you'll want to make sure that you do your browser tune-up in My Language Labs, and that you make sure your pop-ups are turned off. And the most current versions I have explaining how to do this are probably in our course announcements, so where it says problems with test orals, etc. There are various videos that you can watch that explain how to turn off your pop-up blockers in either using a PC or using, using a PC or using a Mac. Also, if you go back out to our site over on the left, that would be the best thing if you have a Mac. I have other videos that help you, like this is to turn off pop-up blockers and how to do your browser tune-up, and then how to set up your microphone. Most of the time, at this point, I don't think people are having as much issues with setting up the microphone. It's really about turning off your pop-up blockers. So make sure you get that done. And if you go to Pearson's website, they will tell you, in fact, here I'm in a different class, but if you're in Pearson's site, they will tell you how to disable your pop-up blockers, but so if you click here, it'll give you directions, and I think they even have videos, but the directions that they give you are only for a PC. So if you have a Macintosh, you'll definitely want to look at the directions that I have in our course announcements. Okay, so moving right along. Okay, so then we need to go into My Language Labs and see our oral dialogue and our assignments. Okay, so in My Language Labs, then we'll need to click on the calendar on the 16th. Okay, and what's going to pop up, you're going to see some tutorials, some extra practices, and if you look back at our Moodle site, you'll see that none of those are assigned. You just have to complete these SAM activities. So you'll want to scroll down and find the SAM activities and make sure you complete all of the ones that were assigned. The other stuff is extra, and you are welcome to look at the tutorials or complete the practice, but you are not required to do so. Then you also have your oral, so I'm going to open this up. You only have one attempt, so don't open it until you're ready. Then click continue. Okay. And so then, just like others in the past, you're going to, the Spanish newspaper at your university is polling students to find out how they manage their time. Answer each question you hear in a complete sentence. So you're going to hear something in Spanish.
¿A qué hora te acuestas normalmente?
So that asks me, when do I normally go to bed? And I'm going to say, and I'm going to share. Normalmente me acuesto a las 10:30 de la noche. Normalmente me acuesto a las 10:30 de la noche. Okay, so then you would be able to play it back and hear what you recorded. And so you'll want to be able to hear it. If you don't see something like this, then your recording has not worked and you need to contact me. Okay, so after you've recorded everything, hit finish and submit for grading, and then it'll come to me.